Hello, my beloveds. How are you? How are you today? It is a beautiful evening in the city of New York. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. I am in a good mood. You are listening to Red Sable, and this is Fuel Your Soul. Happy Soul Refueling Sunday. Hope you're well. I hope that you had a great week, that your day was better, because maybe your week wasn't so great. So I hope that you had a better day today than you did yesterday. I hope that you was able to embrace some serenity and some joy in your spirit, that you exuded levels of positivity and hope that moved off of you in waves and became infectious to all those around you, and you help people smile today. You help people feel loved today. You help people feel encouraged today. So I hope that you were kinder and more compassionate, even in the state of distress that we may be in ourselves. It is an amazing way that the body reacts when we are still able to give to one another. So when you get up in the morning and you are able to open your eyes and move your body parts, it's a blessing. It's a gift of the day, right? Because it could be the alternative. So I try to embrace every single little grateful little thing that I have, because someone is always in the worse position than I am. So when I am around other people, I try my best to be as positive as I can be, and in the hopes that because I am blessed and I'm poured into by God, that I'm able to pour in others. And that's what we're supposed to do. We are blessed to be blessings. So I hope that you understand and overstand that you are a blessing, to be a blessing to others on today. Okay, so it is challenging in this time that we're in. There are many things going on that we do not understand, many things that we may never ever have the answer to, but we will continue to keep getting up, because that's the way we were created. That's the way God made us. We were created to take some punches, take some blows. We were created to withstand some challenges, some trials, and some tribulations. And we were created to overcome them. We were created to fight from victory, not for victory. Why? Because we're already victorious. I know you've heard that before, right? We are more than conquerors. We are overcomers. We are victorious. So we're fighting from a stance of victory already, because God is already within us, and He's giving us everything that we need to equip us to fight the best fight that we can. But sometimes we let other things get in the way, like self-doubt and fear and anxiety, other people's opinions that really shouldn't matter, but for some reason they do, especially when it comes to those that are closest to us. But we have to dismiss those things. We have to rebuke those things, because people say things that are rude and discouraging because they're coming from a discouraged place. They're feeling disappointments, and they're feeling disillusioned, and they're feeling like things are not going to get any better for them. So they think they're trying to help you by making it easier for you to understand. If it's not going to get better for them, then why do you think it's going to get better for you? Well, that isn't true. It isn't true. It is an old saying that, and it's not really an old saying, it's something like, I don't know, a play on words or a joke or someone snapping or cracking on another person, and they say just because you poop in your bathroom doesn't mean I'm going to smell it in mine. I'm paraphrasing because it's Sunday and I'm trying to keep it mellow. But in other words, just because they're getting punched around doesn't mean that you're going to feel their pain. But they think that they're trying to save you by letting you know how painful their journey has been. And you're going to suffer the same thing. They have it completely set up in their minds that you are going to face the same type of fate that they are involved in, that they have already suffered through. But that's not true. But in their minds, it's true for them. And they love you, they care about you, they're your friends, their family, and they think that they're looking out for you. But sometimes we have to be very careful about the words that we allow our minds and our hearts to consume, because even when we feel like someone that is closest to us is coming from a good place, their intentions may be good, but the words that they've chosen turn into weapons, and those weapons attack us, and they push us into our own closets of discouragement and anxiety and fear. So as you move forward through the rest of your night, the rest of your day, wherever you are listening to me at, because these apps, these recordings, they reach all over the world. So wherever you are, day or night, just know that your trials, your tribulations are meant to become lessons for others, right? But they're also treasures for you. And if you've already been through some stuff, no one has any business to come and dump their mud, their dirt, their muck all on your treasures just because they couldn't figure out how to get to their own. That's not fair, nor should you carry the weight of whatever it is that's weighing them down. We need to, well, first we need to ignore the outside noise and keep moving, because no, I am not pausing. So we need to know how to pull out some of the good in the midst of the bad. And by that I mean, sometimes your grandmother or your auntie, they'll say something and you'll think, well, that makes sense. But why did they say this other thing?
Power off.
Why did they say this other thing? I don't understand. Like, 1 minute they're telling me, oh, we're supporting you and we think everything is going great with you. And then the next minute they're saying, well, I don't know if you're making the right choices. Well, I don't know if you should do it that way. Well, we never did it this way. Or, well, that looks like it's going to get you in some kind of trouble. See, that's not them protecting you. That's them trying to shield you from a past pain of their own. And they think that by telling you that, it's going to stop you from meeting the same type of situation, but it's not. What's going to happen is eventually you're going to fall down, and eventually you're going to have to figure out how to get back up on your own. And it doesn't mean you don't listen. It just means that however they were able to overcome that challenge that they had to face, is going to be a completely different journey for yourself. So be mindful as you go throughout your day or your evening that you take what you hear as lightly as you can. And if it's from a source that you know that you can trust and they are saying things that you know to be true, then okay, roll with that. But if they're saying things that you are questioning and you know that are not true, then you let those things go and you rebuke them and you go on with your journey and you make the best choices that you can for you. Okay? It is Soul Refueling Sunday, just as I had mentioned earlier. I want to say prayers, thoughts, and power of all the warriors and the survivors of breast cancer, because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month still, and all those who are domestic violence survivors who are fighting the good fight, who have gotten out of their situations, and some of you who may still be in those situations. I have family members that have had breast cancer scares and have had to have procedures done, and they're good. And then I have members in my family that have passed because of cancer. Not necessarily breast cancer, but because of cancer. And because I am a domestic violence survivor, I know that struggle is detrimental. Not when you're going through it, not only when you're going through it. It's after it's done. They don't talk about the aftermath of what happens to you psychologically and emotionally and mentally, how it messes with you and it changes you for the rest of your years. You don't hold on to it because you want to, but you get triggered in ways that you don't understand until you realize that it's something that happened that caused you to remind yourself that, oh wow, yeah. I remember I dated this guy and he used to put his hands on me. So now here it is, homie over here is screaming in my face and I'm trying to figure out why my whole body is shaking. Well, shaking because you're trying to wonder, you're trying to figure out, is he going to hit you too? You're trying to figure out, is his yelling and screaming going to result into you being knocked to the floor? Is his over-possessive attitude going to turn into some type of aggressive behavior? Now he's grabbing you and pushing you up against the wall, and all you are trying to do was express your opinion. So I've talked about this for quite a while here. Well, not here per se, but on the many different platforms that I am on. And since I am about 3.5 years in now, it is extremely, I want to say important, but important doesn't even seem like a strong enough word, but it is vital. That's a better word. It is vital that I continue the fight to help lift and inspire and encourage young women and older women as well who think that it's over because the relationship is done. And that's not necessarily true. Yes, that relationship is done, but there will be other things that will come about that will shock you because you think you've already gotten over it.